can't find creativity. I feel like I'm speechless today. I can't get up. I can't find creativity. I feel like I'm speechless today. I can't get up. Wow. When the enemy keeps knocking at your door to allow you to feel like you can't get up and elevate and become your best self version of yourself. They will allow you to feel like you are stuck in a mental state that you cannot allow yourself to show up for yourself just to go wash it behind a day. It be the thought process in me how the enemy will project this negative energy in your mindset so you won't elevate to become your best self vision of yourself. Just by going to do simple washing the dishes, the enemy will start to project negative energy on your mindset. On your day-to-day activities, how does that work? How do you remove this negative energy from around you? It be the thought process for me. You're shifting right to left. One day you're up, one day you're down. You're trying to feel good for yourself, but the enemy keeps knocking at your door. Which way do you turn? You're just trying to elevate to become your best self vision of yourself. How do you elevate to understand that with God's protection, with God's direction, and God will guide you to better days and protect you from your enemy? Because God said, I'm still patient with your process. Because God said, I'm still patient with your process. You know, when God allows you to see another day for all the right reasons, God never overlooked you. And you can't overlook yourself because someone is allowing you to feel like you're unworthy of yourself, or someone is allowing you to feel like you need to live in fear. And that was never part of God's plan. Overlooking yourself? Why are you overlooking yourself? You're not supposed to overlook yourself, because when you overlook yourself, you put yourself in situations you can't get yourself out of. And then you put yourself in situations where you're reevaluating yourself and saying to yourself is, if I would have just had been able to think before I did what I just did, I wouldn't be in this situation right now. Dang, when the enemy keeps knocking at your door, the enemy will try to psych you out your thought process sometimes. Sometimes you become your own worst enemy when you're just trying to elevate. You know, hurting yourself with words. Allowing yourself to feel like you can't show up for yourself. Because the enemy already projected this on your mindset. So you won't be able to show up for yourself. So you won't be able to have self-awareness within yourself. But then if you have self-awareness within yourself, you'll be able to think and know your self-value and know your self-worth to elevate to become your best self-vision of yourself. Dang, the enemy don't want you to live like that. The enemy wants you to be in pain and fear and give up. But that was never part of God's plan. God's plan was for you to elevate and become your best self vision of yourself and respect yourself to respect your neighbor. And understand that doing the healing within is not going to be easy. But tune into yourself to understand that you are worthy because God is still tuned into you. To be patient with your process. You know, you saw another day for all the right reasons. And God is still patient with your process. To elevate, to become your best self vision of yourself. When those moments were discouraging, when they said that you wasn't worthy of yourself, when those moments were discouraging and they told you to give up on yourself, they said you wouldn't be nothing. They said that you're the one that's causing all the problems within the relationships and you was just the one that was trying to be someone's peace. And everybody just had they didn't have healthy balance when it came to them. Like, they were just one-sided. And they just wanted to use and abuse you. Or you had to deal with toxic family members. Or maybe you was dealt the unfair share hand when it came to people overlooking you. And maybe being sexually assaulted at a young age. Or you put a name in your book of whatever your sickness is as to what they try to do to stop you. Or show up, you weren't able to show up for yourself to allow you to feel like, okay, well, I'm going through a moment today, but I can still find balance to reach out to everybody else, even my darkest days. Not feeling well, still showing up for people, still showing up for myself to go to work, and everybody wants to use me. How am I getting up every single day to provide for myself, and everybody got their hand out, looking for help? But can't nobody help me on my misunderstanding days. It be the thought process for me. How you just trying to elevate and become your best self vision of yourself, but with a distraction within a distraction, when it becomes a toxic distraction. How do you show for yourself? When you don't want to push people away. When you're that real, kind, genuine person, but nobody shows that same energy in return when it comes to respect, But you respect yourself more than enough to know how to elevate to become your best self version of yourself. So you don't allow depression or pain to live here today. You just want to elevate to become your best self version of yourself. No distraction within the distraction became a healthy distraction so you can elevate and understand the pain. You know, that pain don't live here today, but overcoming the pain, that energy hit different today. Be patient with your process because God is still patient with you. Just because you're having a misunderstanding day. You know, don't hurt yourself with words because someone overlooked you and they didn't understand and have common sense when it came to you. You still patient with your process. You gotta laugh it off sometimes because not everybody has common sense, and it's okay to understand at the end of the day. You ain't gotta exchange words to make an even exchange when it comes to toxic behavior. Just turn your back and keep it pushing and just know at the end of the day, God's watching over you. When the enemy can't project negative energy in your mindset anymore because you understood your self-value today to elevate to become your best self version of yourself. So a distraction with a distraction, that don't live here today. But still be patient with your process because God's still patient with you. Look at that. God gave you balance within balance. Days when you couldn't see for yourself, to understand that when it started with healing, it started with you, to be true to yourself, to understand that trauma wasn't easy. But overcoming the pain became more peaceful to you because you was patient with your process. It's the thought process of me. Now you your love respect.